All right, last but not least, this is station 10, and this is probably one of my favorite demonstrations that I do all year. So I like to call this the Hindenburg experiment. So what I'm going to do is, first and foremost, I've measured out 100 milliliters of 6 molar hydrochloric acid. So that's pretty concentrated hydrochloric acid. You guys have hydrochloric acid that you have in your stomach to help give an acidic environment for digestion. But it's only about 0.2. So this is 6 molar, so this is a lot concentrated, a lot more concentrated. So if I were to get this on my hand, it would definitely burn my hands. Okay, and then I'm going to add to that what I call mossy zinc. So if you guys can kind of see that, zinc is a metal. It's a little shiny. If I let it sit out too long, it kind of gets like a white color to it. And then immediately after I add my mossy zinc, I'm going to be putting a balloon over the top of that to trap any gas that's produced in this reaction. So I'm going to go ahead and get my balloon good and stretched out and ready. Okay, so it's easy to expand. I'm going to get it ready to put over top, and I'm going to go ahead, dump in my mossy zinc, and cover it up. Okay, so you guys can see it's definitely bubbling. You guys can see all the gas coming off of it. Okay, definitely producing a lot of gas in that balloon. And you guys will be able to look at the chemical equation here and tell me what kind of gas that is. Okay, what you guys can't see in the video is that this is heating up quite a bit. So that liquid inside of this flask is getting very warm. Okay, also that zinc that was once shiny is kind of turning into black little bits, and that's kind of hard to see because it's still bubbling pretty rapidly. So we're gonna go ahead and just let that sit for a couple of seconds while our balloon keeps filling up. Looks a lot larger in the video than it really is. It's about the size of a melon right now, so we'll let it go just a little bit longer. And just for fun, there, now we're almost ready to go. Okay, so again, got quite a bit of temperature coming off there. It's almost too hot to touch. Our zinc is turning kind of black and chunky in the bottom. It's definitely not zinc anymore where it's reacted with the hydrochloric acid. Lots of bubbles, lots of gas being produced that we're collecting in this balloon. Okay, so I like to call this experiment the Hindenburg because the gas that we're producing in this equation, and you guys will be asked which gas do you think that is. Okay, it's the same gas that they filled up the Hindenburg in, and as you guys know, the Hindenburg was a blimp that exploded because the gas that they filled it up happens to be highly explosive. So again, the gas that we have in this balloon is pretty explosive, and if you notice in my background there, I have a box of matches. So if you guys haven't figured it out yet, we're gonna see how explosive this gas is. And I'm filming this by myself, so I'm gonna try to do the best I can to give you guys some good filming without wobbling around. Okay, so our reaction's starting to slow down and we're not bubbling as violently, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my balloon off. I'm gonna tie it up. Okay, and the fun part about this is the reason they used it in the Hindenburg is because it floats. Okay, so you guys can see it chilling up on the ceiling. Let me go ahead and light my match, and then we'll see how explosive this happens to be. Of course, I'm not just using a match to light this, I'm using a candle on the end of a yardstick so I don't have to get very close to it. Okay, so there's my balloon, there's my candle, going in for the real thing. All right, hope you guys had fun with that one. Again, that was station 10.